Good morning. My throat's a little sore just from the weather being, hot just a few days ago and being cold and rainy these past couple days. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm in Pennsylvania, not too far away from Philly. So, uh, that's what the weather I'm dealing with. It affects my sinuses, it affects some allergies, and so just normal winter, going into spring bullshit. So, the topic I want to talk about today is, when do you think all this bullshit will be over? When do you think the lockdowns will stop? Have you been paying attention to the news? Have you been watching what the president is saying? Have you been watching what the governors are saying? I'm watching what New York is doing. I'm watching what Jersey is doing, and I'm obviously watching what Pennsylvania is doing. And doesn't look like Pennsylvania, New York, and New Jersey are going to follow what Trump is dictating, what he's telling people. Like, no mistake about it. Trump is 100% wrong um, in most of everything he has done for a while, especially with this. Um, I want I want to get some of your feedback. This is not whether you're a Trump supporter or a Trump hater. This is just, what are his actions doing to make all of our lives better, not just individually for one person or your particular situation, but in general. What are your thoughts and feelings about it? And when do you think this is going to be over? So, before we really get into it, empty pipe, I gotta scrub that out. Again, I haven't had time, like, I can't go out to a store, so I'm looking online for new glass. And if anybody has some hookups, some connections for glass, I'd like some new glass. If you're a glass artist and you want to get your product featured, I'd be happy to do a product demonstration for you. I'd even be happy to test out some of your new stuff. So if you just, built a beautiful bong or a beautiful pipe or a beautiful, dabbing stick, and you want it displayed, you can contact me. I'll I'll sample your product for you, and if you send me a return shipping label, I will repackage it. It's glass. You can clean it with alcohol. I'll repackage it and send it back to you. So if you're making a new pipe or a new bong every few days or a week or however fast you're turning them out, and you wanna showcase it, hit me up. Um, you can send it to me. I'll do a live video. I'll do a product video. I'll give you a review, and I'll send it back to you if you want. Let me know, because in the meantime, I'm looking online, and all these places have nice stuff, but I don't have an extra four, five, $600 like some of these places want to charge. It's a lot of money. Just I get it. I'm not knocking your craft. It's a lot of money though. So I'm still working on my cherry sour diesel. That is nice looking, beautiful color. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. So I'm gonna take a little bit and I'm going to just put a nice little chunk, just a nice little chunk, about half full in the pipe. Should get about 2 or 3 pulls on it, 2 or 3 heavy pulls, and cheers. Wind. Okay. That was nice and smooth. Beautiful. Definitely one more big one. I don't think. Yeah. Tiny little bit left. See if I can get it. That's it. So, now that we have smoked, when do you think this bullshit is going to be over? My opinion. There's a video. I'm going to try to go live tonight. I'll put that up there. And what I want to do is open up a question forum. I'll go live and give you guys an opportunity to ask me anything, or if you want to convo about anything. I don't think this is going to end in a month. I don't think so. I think this pushes all the way out until August. I'm thinking really August. I'm thinking almost even, if you want to do it a little bit sooner, I'm thinking July. And here's why. Part of some of the things that are happening in our government are legitimate, and part of the things that are happening are pomp and circumstance. Show. Every government has done it from 1776 till now. And if you don't want to acknowledge that, you're part of the problem. Part of politics is that show. So here's my thoughts. I think they wait. I think the government waits. Current government. Until the end of June and say, we're going to make July 4th our independence. We're going to make this our independence. So July 4th, we're going to proclaim our freedom. That would sound, oh my God. Everybody would go, oh, look at Trump. He's going to make us free. Trump declared us free. The virus ain't going anywhere. We keep spreading it. We keep spreading it. So it's going to bounce from person to person to person to person. We haven't found a way to kill it yet. Maybe you guys haven't been paying attention. There's no cure. There is nothing that can kill it. It's reproducing and spreading. It's in the air. It's on our clothes. Our dogs can get it. Our cats can get it. It can come in through our window. You can get it by touching contaminated food from grocery stores. Just being next to somebody. 85% of us will have it and experience no symptoms. Maybe we'll just be a little tired, or maybe we'll get a cough for a couple days. Maybe we'll have a fever. Maybe we'll have diarrhea. Maybe we'll throw up. Everybody's going to get it. Every single person's going to get it. That's what they're not sharing with you. Everybody's going to get it. 85% of you will probably defeat it. That means you had it. You can't get tested, so you'll never know. So they don't want to scare you. This is a virus that's going to infect every living creature on the face of this earth at some point or another. It doesn't mean you're going to die from it. But here's the thing. 5% will surely either be near death or death. Just let that sink in. That means for every 100 people you know, I bet you can count on one hand the 5 people that you know that died when this is all over. 100 people, 5 people you know, on average. The average person will be able to say, I know 5 people who died from this. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Do you understand that? Beyond belief. That's fucked up. The scientists know this. The government knows this. That means if Trump wanted to be honest about it, he would have to come out and say 17 million people might possibly die or be near death that have been documented in the United States. What do we have? We have like 350 million. So if 10% would be 35 million, half of that, 5%, would be 17.5 million people that would have been documented as being corona positive. But a chunk of that will be people who legitimately die. So what are the odds? Is it going to be 10 million people who die? 5 million people who die? Look at those numbers. That means 5 million people will die. That may be a percentage of 5% of the country. Look at the numbers, though. That would be the worst mass death in recorded history, just because of population numbers. And Trump and his government have now said, okay, let's sacrifice that 5%, or that percentage of 5%. They don't care that it could be 5 million people. It doesn't mean anything to him, and it doesn't mean anything to his staff, his appointed staff, which are some of his family members and some of his biggest donors. Just somebody who bought their way in, or somebody who was related. Again, let this sink in. They have said publicly that they can be willing to sacrifice that 5% for the good of the economy, for the good of just, okay, let's get this over with and just open back up America. And some of you are okay with that. even if it means sacrificing a member of your family, well, that's okay. Uncle Bob can go. Aunt Joan can go. Cousin Rita. Who the fuck cares about cousin? You're just willing to sacrifice a member of your family just to get the country going again? Just to go out and spend some more money that you realize now? Why the fuck did you buy that? Did you really need 5 shirts in different colors? But just, they looked good. I know I've been guilty of that before. How many of us, we go find a shirt that we like and we get it in 4 or 5 colors? Just to have something different, but oh, this shirt fits me really good. I like this shirt. I like this cut. How many of you get a dress that fits you really good? And oh my God, I need a black one. I need a beige one. I need a white one for the summer. Let's be very blunt about it. Hence the point of my show. You're willing to sacrifice a member of your family or someone you know, possibly somebody that you love, just to go out and shop again? Just to go out to some stores? Just to go out and sit down at a cafe and get a Frappa-Macca-Wacca-Chacolino mochaccino? Who the fuck cares? Who fucking cares? It's the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life. I am perfectly willing to not risk a member of my family. I am perfectly willing to protect them until all of this becomes over and they do develop a cure and they do develop a vaccine. I don't need to risk a life, and neither do you. You don't need to risk a life. When the day of judgment comes, like so many people believe, no matter what faith, you're going to look at your God and go, oh yeah, about that? I was just bored in my house, and I had to get out so bad that I said in my head, in my heart, that I'd be willing to sacrifice somebody. That's what you're going to say. You better scrub the fuck out of your heart with those cleaning products you've been buying. You better bleach your shit. You better stain free that gross, decaying heart of yours, if that's how you feel. Time will tell. Again, these are my thoughts. These are my opinions. My thoughts and opinions change based on the current information I receive, whether it's been updated or not. So when I look for facts, I look for facts that are substantiated. Going over these facts and taking everything into account, putting my own personal feelings on it, putting what I believe is right and wrong, and I think that the value of life is far greater than any nickel or even a penny that you can make. And I'm literally putting my money where my mouth is, because that's what I believe is right. I hope you believe the same thing. Peace. I'll see you soon.